York, and welcome to the Music News at Noon on the Music Industry City Broadcast Network. This is where we look at the latest
Thank you, Chloe. Thank you,
music,
everybody.
Tech, and what's going on in the industry. We'll be starting the program in just a few moments, but first, some notes about today's program. Feel free to invite your friends to join in this show, and if you'd like to offer your thoughts on any of today's topics, you can request to join the stage and participate in the discussion, or comment in the chat in the video stream. You can find all of today's headlines on our website, musicindustrycity.com. Just head to the latest Music News at Noon post to see all the articles we referenced during today's broadcast. You can also register for free to get unlimited access to all the articles, news, and events in the city. And you may also watch us live on the video stream right from the website or on the Music Industry City YouTube channel. All right, is everybody ready? We begin our countdown right now.
Hello and welcome. It's great to have you with us on this Tuesday. I'm Peter Schwing, and here's what's happening. The RIAA reports recorded music up 27%. Live Nation buys majority stake in Latin America concert promoter. YouTube shuts down Discord bot. Mattel launches music producer Barbie. Plus our daily Spotify up. Those stories coming up. First, let's take a look at this day in music history. All right. So born on this day. Well, actually, we're going to honor some people that have passed on this day first. On this day, well, actually, we're going to skip this because that's not there. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't have my co-host with me today, so I don't have the script. All right, we're just going to go right into the news in a moment. All right, sorry about that. It was a last-minute emergency that Eli had to attend to. She always does the scripts for she does the this day in history. So last-minute emergency, and of course, Angela's not joining us today. So sorry about that, and let's get right into the news. All right, we're going to set the stage for a discussion. We provide informed perspectives and commentary on current headlines. If you'd like to offer your thoughts on one of today's topics, you can request to join the stage. I'd also like to say hi to everybody that is tuning into our video live stream on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and directly from the website. To stay up to date on this and other programs, you can sign up at musicindustrycity.com for more news, articles, and events. And now let's get to it. All right, and this first piece is from Variety. Recorded music revenues climbed 27%, and vinyl sales skyrocketed 94% in the first half of 2021, per the RIAA. According to the RIAA mid-year report, recorded music revenues climbed 27% in the first half of 2021 over 2020. Paid subscriptions contributed approximately two-thirds of total revenue and reached over $80 million for the first time. Revenue increased $5.6 billion to $7.1 billion at retail, while wholesale revenue increased 25% from $3.7 billion in the first half of 2020 to $4.6 billion during the same period in 2021. Of course, the pandemic has distorted year-over-year data due to store closures, tour postponements and cancellations, and other interruptions. As a result of new license partnerships with companies like Facebook and digital fitness apps such as Peloton, streaming revenues increased 26% year-on-year to $5.9 billion. Paid streaming subscription revenue grew 26% to $4.6 billion, accounting for 78% of total revenue. Paid subscriptions to on-demand music services also increased 13% to 82.1 million in the U.S., which is up from 72.6 million in the same time in 2020. Limited tier subscription income jumped $452 million, accounting for 10% of streaming revenue, while ad-supported revenue surged 54% to $741 million. Sales of digital and bespoke radio rose 3% to $585 million. And vinyl it always seems to be making a comeback. Vinyl sales made a significant increase of 94% to $467 million. This isn't despite the store closures during the epidemic and the impact on Record Store Day, which is normally the year's biggest sales day. CD sales jumped 44% to $205 million, but are still 19% behind the same period in 2019. CDs only accounted for 30% of physical revenues, while vinyl accounted for almost 2/3. Digital download income fell 6% to $319 million, as did digital track and album sales, down 12% and 4%. And also, to wrap up the notes, streaming accounted for 80% of revenue, physical sales for 10%, digital downloads 5%, and sync is at 2%. Interesting numbers. You can find all those in a deeper dive. It's all over the place. I mean, if there's a music outlet, it's covering it. So, but you can go to musicindustrycity.com, click on today's Music News at Noon post, and you will be able to get a link to the articles that we covered. All right, more news. Live Nation to buy majority stake in Latin America's biggest concert promoter for $450 million. The deal, first reported by Wall Street Journal, is expected to close by the end of year or early in 2022. Live Nation has agreed to buy 51% of OCESA, OCESA, Latin America's largest concert promoter, for over $400 million in the summer of 2019, but backed out in May due to the COVID crisis. Despite the canceled deal, Live Nation CEO Michael Rapino stated on May 7, 2020 that, quote, "We are long-term still bullish on OCESA's business and ours." He added, "We want to be in the business with OCESA and get the deal done." According to the Wall Street Journal, Latin America is Live Nation's largest untapped market. They also have acquired an interest in OCESA Sidetrack, OCESA's booking and artist management joint venture, RIAA, one of Mexico's special and corporate event specialists, and Centro Citibanamex, an exhibition and convention center in Mexico City. OCESA promotes more than 3,100 events for nearly 6 million fans in a typical year across Mexico and Colombia, and operates 13 premier venues across Mexico with a collective capacity of nearly 250,000 seats. Mike Rapino is doing a great job in attempt to take over the world. I mean, what a great businessman. I know there's also stuff going on in Germany. I know a lot of people, it does a lot of great, but also, again, it's arguably people are saying it's like, well, if it's just going to be Live Nation everywhere, what kind of competition is that going to allow for the smaller promoters? And moving on then, of course, if anybody has any comments or wants to throw something up, jump up to stage, feel free to raise your hand. I'll get there. I apologize. I do not have my co-host today, and so I will be trying to pay attention a little bit more over here if anybody raises their hand. All right. This is from Music Business Worldwide. Sank Music parent Go Digital acquires music finance company Sound Royalties in a high 8-figure deal. Sound Royalties, a music finance platform that pays advances to artists and rights holders based on anticipated royalty income, has been acquired by GDMG and MEP Capital. Jason Peterson, the CEO of Go Digital Media Group, didn't disclose the purchase price, but said it was a, quote, high 8-figure buy funded by MEP. Sound Royalties can handle transactions ranging from $5,000 to $10 million. Creators get to keep their copyrights and ongoing royalty cash flow above the amount financed by the firm. Peterson said, "Artists, songwriters, and producers are all businesses and, like businesses in any other industry, need to be able to access capital to grow. Sound Royalties provides a much-needed solution to the music industry for creators and rights holders who are looking for financing but who do not want to sell their rights perpetually. The service allows creators to concentrate on what they do best, make music. Sound Royalties LLC was created in 2014 by Alex Heich with funding from York Capital. The company provides funding against future royalties from all major collection societies, labels, publishers, and distributors. It invested $20 million in 2017 to help Sank acquire master rights library recorded by T.I. while he was at Atlantic Records. Go Digital injected another $40 million into Sank 2 years later, allowing them to sign Janet Jackson and buy the Beluga Heights label featuring Jason Derulo's catalog. All right, let's move over to some tech news. We are going to cover, we got Discord, we got Instagram, we got Apple, we got Twitter, and then, of course, as always, we're going to end up with Spotify. Again, you can check out these article headlines at musicindustrycity.com. Click on today's Music News at Noon post. All right, this is from Digital Music News. Discord music bot Rhythm shuts down as YouTube issues cease and desist to developers. The most popular Discord bot for music streaming announced the news over the weekend. More than 560 million people use it on Discord. Google told Rhythm developers to shut down within 7 days since this was last announced, since that announcement came out last week. Therefore, anybody using it, you have till tomorrow. Rhythm was already on over 20 million Discord servers, and every month 30 million people use the music bot. Discord has over 150 million monthly active users, so 20% is a substantial amount. Let's go on and says, Yov, quote, says, one way or another, we knew this was due to happen eventually, which is why we started working on something new a year ago. Groovy is receiving a cease and desist just meant it would happen sooner than later. He says his team is working on something new in the music space, but they're not talking about it yet. He goes on, as someone that was a very early user on Discord, it's hard to envision Discord without music bots. They've become key to the experience and bring so much fun and engagement to a community. It's a sad end to an era here for everyone on the platform. And yeah, I mean, I can say that having those bots did really make those some of the Discord servers a lot more fun. But Discord has bots that are built in, and that's why, according to this article, is saying it's probable YouTube is working on an official Discord replacement for Rhythm. For months, also, Discord has been testing a social party feature so viewers can enjoy the same video as a group, but it's an unofficial replacement way to watch YouTube content as a Discord channel. Discord has declined to comment on the music bot ban. Third-party bots are always questioned about their APIs, and Google felt the Discord music bots were breaking its terms of service, so they had to stop or face a lawsuit. Let's talk about some Instagram, because what's a week without a social platform testing out a new feature? Instagram is building a favorites feature so you don't miss important posts. Instagram confirmed to TechCrunch that it's working on a new feature called Favorites that will allow users to prioritize certain accounts' posts in their feed. Similar functionality exists on Facebook, allowing users to tweak the newsfeed algorithm. On Facebook, users can prioritize up to 30 friends or pages in their newsfeed, but an Instagram Favorites feature maximum is unknown. It was discovered by reverse engineer Alessandro Paluzzi, who discovered a new pushpin icon for favorites in the Instagram settings menu, as well as additional hints regarding how the functionality may work. This is similar, if people have tested out, the close friends. So it's similar to the 7-year-old close friends function, where users can create a second list of followers to share their more private and personal Instagram stories with a small group of their choosing. An Instagram spokesperson told TechCrunch, quote, this feature is an internal prototype that's still in development and not testing externally. Though Instagram stated it's working on favorites, this does not indicate it will be released to the public. And often, as we know, many times, large companies like Instagram constantly explore new concepts, but only a few make it to market. Moving on to Apple. Apple announces Shazam has been used more than 1 billion times from the control center. So this is from 9 to 5 Mac. This goes back to looking back. This was probably just a great acquisition they made years ago. Music recognition allows users to easily Shazam music they are listening to on their iPhone, listening to the audio from any app. And the thing here is about this is not included in the Control Center default controls. You actually have to customize the Control Center and the Settings app to add the button. So the fact that it isn't standard makes the 1 billion recognitions even more remarkable. Apple has also improved its Control Center integration in iOS 15. Long pressing the tile now shows a history of recently recognized music. Also new in iOS 15 is the Shazam Kit development framework, which allows third-party apps to match music. And Apple is also utilizing Shazam to increase DJ mix royalties in Apple Music. And as reported yesterday, this is great. What they're doing is to identify so they can all make sure that everybody's getting paid out. So this is a really good thing. Apple reported in June that Shazam had reached 1 billion monthly song matches, and Shazam is available on iOS, Android, and the web. And just go back, this was 2018 when they made that acquisition. And the 1 billion users for a feature was introduced in 14.2 last fall is pretty noteworthy. I mean, Apple said the most Shazam track is Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars, followed by Astronaut in the Ocean by Masked Wolf. So if anybody knows that Astronaut in the Ocean song, I don't personally know it offhand, but I probably heard it. All right, let's go over to Twitter. We just have a couple more to cover on the tech side. It's a quick news day today. And let's go over and see what we have here. Twitter starts to roll out ticketed spaces, which is a feature that will allow select creators to monetize live audio events on the platform. The new tool comes after Twitter Spaces, which lets users with 600 followers stage live audio events. Artists including Taylor Swift and Nick Jonas have previously utilized Q&As and meet and greets to communicate with fans, merging features of Clubhouse and Patreon. Artists can now monetize their digital events, which are becoming more viable thanks to the epidemic. Twitter began accepting applications for ticketed spaces and super follows in June, allowing users to charge monthly membership fees for exclusive content. It is presently rolling out to select iOS users, but expects to, quote, get it to everyone soon. To host ticketed spaces, you must be above 18, have hosted 3 spaces in the last 30 days, and have 1,000 active followers. Hosts can sell their tickets to the spaces on the platform for $1 all the way up to $999. And Twitter previously indicated that it will take 3% cut of creators' ticketed spaces earnings. That's a nice cut. Small, leaves a lot to the creator. But also you have to note that because the functionality is only available on iOS, Twitter is subject to the Apple's 30% in-app purchase fee, meaning a creator only receives 67% of each ticket sale. So 67 cents on every dollar goes to you. But now, according to TechCrunch, if a creator's total career profits on Twitter exceed $50,000, Twitter will increase its 3% fee to 20%. So already between the Apple fee and then Twitter fee, if you make over 50%, over $50,000, that's right, 50%. So it's a 50-50 split. In addition to providing guest notifications, ticketed space hosts can also limit the size of their space, which is not feasible in ordinary spaces. And also, ticketed spaces will set Twitter apart from Clubhouse and Instagram, which do not allow advanced ticket sales. And I'm just going to add the word yet to that sentence, because if we've learned anything from all these social platforms, they're just watching and copying. Copy, paste. And with that, we are going to go to the
Big green dot. It's the spot.
The Spotify spot. Normally I would throw it to Eli, but let me come back over here. So, Spotify Clubhouse clone, that's what they're saying, adds 6 new weekly shows, some that tie to Spotify playlists. Those in Spotify's own playlists are referred to as playlist-inspired shows. In 2019, the popular playlist Lorem debuted a new show featuring a diverse mix of songs aimed towards a Gen Z audience. That playlist now has over 884,000 likes on Spotify and is one of the locations where new musicians can break through. Spotify said Lorem listeners will now be connected to Lorem Life, a Spotify Green Room show that will now involve music, environmental, sustainability, and fashion and space debates. Get Up Live is another new playlist-inspired show. In addition to music, the Get Up has hosts who cover news, pop culture, and entertainment, but to yet no live broadcast has featured that content. Instead, the show is pre-recorded and available as a playlist, simulating a daily FM radio show. Other new Green Room shows include A Gay in the Life, hosted by actor Garrett Clayton, and writer and educator Blake Knight, and Take a Seat, hosted by Ben Van Delco and Ronnie Karam of Watch What Crappens podcast. In addition to the new shows, Do Me After Dark, and that's DEUX, will revisit the Met Gala carpet and look at gossip with Hillary Kerr, who co-founded the Who, What, Where. Green Room says it currently has listeners in over 135 countries and features live audio from sports sites and podcast network The Ringer, as well as bands like Pop Smoke. As a result of its roots in sports discussion live programming, the app had a slower start this year. It also faces competition from popular social networks. Green Room got only 141,000 new downloads on iOS and less on Google Play a month after its introduction due to the lack of committed marketing efforts. The new performances are an example of Spotify's long-term aim to integrate Green Room with its flagship music streaming apps, music, artists, programs, and podcasts. Yeah, it's really, they've been so focused on podcasts. With all the acquisitions that they've also done, and now like being able to have audio podcasts because through Anchor, they're offering a lot of services that you might not be able to do on other podcasting platforms. So allowing to stream music, play music in your podcast without having to get the licensing, because Spotify will be able to clear that. There's like that feature, almost like a station head in a sense as well. So it's really interesting to see what Spotify is doing over there. And I'm going to wrap up with a fun but a very important story. When I saw the headline, I realized, I thought it was just a little more fun. And then when I started reading it, I really noticed the importance of this. And that's why I wanted to share it. And Mattel launches Barbie music producer doll in a bid to inspire more girls to explore a future in the industry. And if you can go check, you look at the image, and this is on Music Radar, and I'm sure you'll find some other places as well. It's like, got the headphones, got the laptop with, something like a Logic or Ableton with plugins. So it's really good. I think they did a great job on this. So the launch is part of a collaboration with Grammy-nominated music producer, songwriter, singer, and actor Esther Dean and Girls Make Beats, an organization dedicated to increasing the number of female music producers, DJs, and audio engineers. And it's based on a previous report that stated less than 3% of electronic music production and technical jobs are held by women. Thus, Barbie is financing Girls Make Beats scholarships to increase female representation. The Barbie Dream Gap project places Barbie in over 200 different careers. Lisa McKnight, SVP and global head of Barbie and Dolls, Mattel, said, quote, as part of our ongoing Dream Gap project, Barbie is dedicated to leveling the playing field for girls in careers where women are underrepresented, like music producers. In addition to encouraging female voices in the studio and on stage, our relationship with Girls Makes Beats provides girls the tools to pursue a career as a music producer. Producer, songwriter, and singer Esther Dean said, quote, I am honored to lend my voice to Barbie to inspire young girls to learn more about becoming a music producer. While female voices are heard from the stage, so many critical decisions are made behind the scenes and in the studio. Having been in the industry for over a decade, I've witnessed the powerful female voices having a shaping the future of music production, and want to ensure more women are in the room. And the music producer Barbie is available today, priced at $15. That's nothing. I want to go get one. I want to put music producer Barbie on my PC over here. I got the Mandalorian. I got a Baby Yoda in my PC for the production studio, and the PC has great lights in it, and it's got a clear window. I want to go get and support this. Get music producer Barbie doll. So. Like I said, at first I read the headline and I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's nice. Let's check it out. And then it's really for a great message. So this is something that I can really get behind. And that is it for the reads. Like I said, it's going to be a short one today, and I don't have my co-host. So sorry about any of the technical. I was trying to get up to speed here really quick. But if anybody wanted to jump on the stage that had any comments, thoughts on today's topics, feel free to raise your hand now, or we're just going to wrap up, and we will be back here tomorrow, hopefully with my co-hosts. All right, and I guess that's going to be it for the news today. I will see you all tomorrow. Make sure to check out musicindustrycity.com. We're also having a special event coming up October 14th. So make sure you're registered, which is free. It doesn't cost anything. Just sign up at musicindustrycity.com to make sure you're getting the emails. It's a big special event on October 14th that we're hosting, so you get all the details there. And with that being said, thank you, everybody. Have a great day, and see you tomorrow.